If your ink's too slow and your nib won't flow, here's one of the places that you can go. Larry is here to see you through with Mr. Announcer and Cubby too. It's Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews.
Hi everyone.
Howdy. Welcome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Larry.
Oh, how are you, dude?
How you all doing? Hey, wait a minute. Who's this? Who's this Harper guy? Who is that?
That's Harper Valley PTA, dude.
Oh, that's right. How you doing, Jake? Welcome.
And you know, I'm getting comments. When are you going to announce Mr. Announcer? I said, he's been announced a few days back, man. So,
But you're still going to call him Mr. Announcer, aren't you?
I'm calling anything I want. There.
Okay, I can always do this.
I'm still doing good, Tony. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Yes. This is going to be the awesomest Zoom on the world.
That's
Dr.
right.
Frankenstein. Yes.
I good to see you, Mike Green and Stan and Marilyn and Norm.
Good to see you, Tony.
So,
Hello,
folks,
everybody.
We're on, we're live, and who cares, right? Right.
Right.
So, before we start this really big show, we're going to start going around the room as we do in elementary school. And you will announce your name and where you live and why you care. Now you have to do that. Go ahead. Start with Mr. Announcer.
Oh, Jake Harper, right here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Mike?
Mike Green, right here in Delano, Minnesota.
All right, the Minnesota Vikings next.
Yes.
Let's go for Frank.
Frank Overman in Arlington, Texas, next door to Fort Worth.
Next.
Sam.
Hello?
Go ahead,
Norm.
Sam.
Hello?
Good morning, everybody. Norm down in Melbourne, Australia. So, hello, everybody.
Good day, mate.
Time out right there. I got to do something. Down be kangaroo, down, boy. Down be kangaroo, down. Next. Happy Father.
That's good. Stan.
Hi, my name is Stan. Originally I'm from Moscow, Russia, but now I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Go Eagles.
Yeah.
And for Stan, we're going to have to do that Stanley and the Jets. Okay, next.
No, Stanley is just. What about back in the USSR?
Oh, there you
I like
go.
that better. Yeah, I like that better. Thank you.
There you
You
go.
want to go back to USSR?
No, well,
Wow,
maybe.
that's perfect, though. Let's go play the song from real quick, Mr. Announcer. What do you say? Yeah. You know, we have that recording. I'm going to have to play it for you just for Stan. The group did it. Yeah.
And how about the most beautiful member of this dais? And that's down there in the corner, Liz.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Liz?
Liz.
I don't think she can hear us.
I don't think she can hear us.
Liz?
Oh yeah, I'm
Hey.
here. I'm here.
Oh.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Liz. Where are you from?
Washington State.
Awesome.
Seattle Seahawks. Okay.
Next.
Yeah, go Hawks.
How about you, Marilyn?
I am Miss Marilyn Darling. I'm from Santa Ana, California, 6 miles south of Disneyland, California.
Wow.
LA Highway, man. A total traffic jam. All right.
Oh, gosh. It's crazy.
All right. Hey, Tony, real quick. Guess who was on the other night? Mia.
Oh, really? Maya was on this?
Mia, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I apologize. I've missed the last couple of Zooms. I've watched them and I know that was very interesting. You guys had a great time on those.
Yeah, I didn't bug you because I thought maybe he's freaking out or something.
No freaking out, just busy. I'm not able to make it for some reason.
Any old excuse for Storm.
We've had a storm.
I know.
Tony's so popular that, you know.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's Larry. Larry's the popular one.
It's a
Larry.
wow factor right there. Yes, yes, yes.
Larry.
Mm.
Hey, look who's here, Larry.
Who?
Joe, Dr. Joe.
Dr. Joe, you're my medicine man.
Am I? Hi, guys.
Hey there.
Hi, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
Well, Doc, you might, we've been playing My Name Is and I'm From, so might as well introduce yourself, or maybe I don't know if anyone here doesn't know who you are, but.
Joe Vitolo. I am living in Augusta, Georgia. Fountain pen geek, as well as calligraphy and penmanship and stuff like that. And guitars.
And guitars.
And watches. Whatever. Just pick something,
Hey, where are you originally from, Joe? Where
Hoboken, New Jersey. Hoboken, New Jersey.
Ah, with Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, man. So the people above a certain age know that. The young kids don't know Sinatra. They know about the Cake Boss now. So, and I'm down here in the South. So after 5 words come out of my mouth, people are like, where are you from, boy? So I generally tell them I'm from Alabama. So,
Where you from, boy?
Yeah, I can't get away. I can't get away from it.
Okay, folks, I want to give everybody the heads up. There's the reason why you're seeing some changes on the schedule is not my fault. It's not announcer's fault. It's just trying to get everybody on the same page, and something comes up on their end, they have to change it. So Karat's captain's already been on here already, so he's not coming on the 9th. You got that? So then we have Diego come in. Has he been confirmed yet? He may come earlier on that Sunday. It's going to be on the 30th, I believe, for him, but we haven't got a time for him because at 4 o'clock, we do have somebody coming on that time. So I'm still waiting for him to pick the time, and he should let me know. Yeah, because on the 30th, Salvatore will be on at 4 p. Central Time. So, okay, don't forget on the 18th, we got Michael Ward, okay? He'll be on at 6:30. The last only time that Diego can do it, because he's pretty busy, he's a left-handed writer. He'll be on the 30th, either at, I'm thinking 12 or 1 o'clock. So I'm waiting for that confirmation on that one right there. So with that said, why don't we pick up the time? We can meet and talk about one certain pen, the pen that you love to use the most if you have that special pen, and what makes that pen so unique to you. It can be anything. $50,000 pen.
I have just recently bought a Yovo 14 karat gold full flex nib, and I have been trying to put it in everything because it's kind of dry, but this is my Noodler's Conrad, and it works wonderfully in the Conrad. And I can't tell you all enough that this is just one of the best pens that I have for, and all of my pens, like the Conrad, it's just excellent for flow. Like I used it to make this note. I'll show you. And it's just one of my favorite pens.
Marilyn, how are you switching between views?
I have what's called IV cam connected to my phone, and I can switch between cameras by going to the up the Karat and then up to switch cameras.
Sometimes I feel like a caveman.
I like to touch buttons, so I wouldn't have figured it out if I had to touch all the buttons.
Nice though. Yeah, I produced, I don't know if you've seen it, I produced a video because I come from the world of flex writing. Like I produced a video for fountain pen users on, ways to get more. Yeah.
I've watched all of your videos. They're brilliant.
Yeah. I don't take any credit for that, but I just posted a new one because Dan said he wanted to know how to make the capital BP and whatever I was making. So I made a quick video with him for him tonight. And I posted it to the chat section. Caveman can still do it.
Right on with the caveman. Woo, someone knocking on the door. All right, next. Don't be bashful. Come on, let's rock this thing.
I like to ask Jake.
Wait a minute. Stop all the presses. Y'all sound like a bunch of old chickens. Pecking around. Come on. If I can do it, you darn sure can do it.
Larry, you've been drinking caffeine today, Larry?
Starbucks every day.
Oh God.
Well, actually, hey Doc, it's really, seriously, really, Doc, it's Tony's fault because he harasses me.
No, that might be true. That might be
That's
true.
okay.
Jake, what about you? What about your pens that you like to write with? I mean, you've got all the access to Larry's pens. When he's got his back turned, you slip in there and you've got one of his pens and write with it.
Who?
Me.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't do a lot of writing. At school, pretty much all I write is bathroom passes. So I've got a couple of ballpoint pens for that. I am going to get that, take that Mike Green pen though, and use it up there. I just have to be careful with it because sometimes pens will disappear off my desk. But otherwise, my handwriting is really bad, so I really don't write a lot.
Okay, well, I'll throw something in the pot. This, believe it or not, is one of my favourites. It's a humble little Waterman Charleston, right? And I've had this for a few years and everybody poo-poos it because it's got a tiny nib. And just to compare it, there's a M800. But that little Waterman Charleston is as smooth as anything. There's a hint of feedback, which I like, but it's just a lovely pen. I believe it's a loose copy of a 1935 Waterman, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoy using it. Perfect weight and body size for me. Usually I post pens, it's just the way I do it. But people poo-poo little nibs, but I tell you what, that is wonderful. So
is that a steel nib, Norm?
No, it's a gold nib. It's a medium, straight medium gold. But it's as good as anything, guys. And
Norm, I don't hear many people talk about it. If older collectors may know this one, but the Waterman Le Mans 100. Any of you guys ever have one of those? Freaking excellent. I got that pen back in the late 80s, early 90s, and they made a sterling. I love those 18 karat gold nib, very stiff pen. But I haven't seen them around. I got to pick one up. I haven't seen one around in a while.
And the only Waterman I have is the Waterman POC 12.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I think I have one.
I love it. I call
Maryland, doesn't that have a gold nib on it?
It does have a gold nib. Pierre Gustafson sold me this nib.
Yeah.
And we colloquially call it boinga boinga because it's so boinga-y.
You're excellent. You're gonna have one.
I gotta tell you though, this new 14 karat gold flex nib, I call it noodle because it's softer than boinga boinga. I didn't think it was possible. But this thing is like,
would you get it FPR?
FPNibs.com.
Mm-hmm.
I have a FPR nib. I don't use it very much though. It's kind of stiff.
It's all about personal preference, right?
That's right. Oh man.
Yeah.
I wanted a soft nib, but like I didn't know that it was gonna be this soft because Boinga Boinga's got it, you know, it's a flexibleness. And I wanted something that was, I thought it was gonna be stiffer than Boinga Boinga, but it's not. It's way soft. I mean, like, it's just amazing. And like the FPR, this is the FPR nib.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the Jovo. And they're like the same size, but this one is like 10 times more flexible than this one is.
When you talk about flex writing, you'll see when Michael Ward is back on here, even with the stuff I used to do, the copper plate script, there comes a point where the nib can be so lazy, it doesn't come back fast enough. So one of the characteristics of Michael Ward's writing is that we call it snappiness, how fast the nib comes back together and how sharp it is. You'll hear him talk about that. I used to go crazy for stuff like that. Now I just give you my fountain pens.
I watch a show every Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. Pacific,
Yeah, he really has become one of the top guys in the field. Really has.
especially for ornamental penmanship. Boy, he's got it down pat. He does these things called the Slig Singing Sundays.
Yeah,
And
who's the guy who co-hosts the show with Anderson Pens? Eric, is it?
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, Michael Ward's the guy who married him and his husband. Michael could tell you about that. He mentioned that to me. I think he got some type of like whatever you need to do to marry somebody, but
Be an ordained minister or something.
whatever it was enough to marry them. So that's all I know. So anyway.
that's awesome.
All right. Next.
Well,
all it takes is being a licensed minister. Then you can do weddings and funerals. I've done.
Yes, I don't know what the rules are.
all right.
You can forget the funerals
Mhm.
and the heck with the weddings. And the heck with the weddings. But go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is not my all-time favorite pens, but it's always a pen I have inked up because it makes my handwriting look the best. It's not this particular pen, but it's this particular model. This is a Platinum 3776. This happens to be the Roca version, there's these nibs right there. It's 14 karat, but it's a stiff nib. I mean, It's got feedback, and it really allows me to control the pen really well. And I love all my flexy nibs and bouncy nibs, but they don't always make my handwriting look that good. Because you just you can't have the control of those unless you're writing with a needle point, with the flex, with the dip nib.
I find that it takes, if you maybe spend a month using one of these dip nibs, like a Hunt 22B, you would find that just finding the way to glide your hand over the page and write really fastly, that it would make a total difference in the way that you write.
Marilyn, I do. Every day I write with a dip nib. Every day.
Oh, yeah, right. That's right.
Every day.
I spent 20 years writing with one. So
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
with an oblique pen holder.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Same here.
Tony, what you brought up about 3776 is a pen I don't really talk about much. It was one of my all-time favorites. It's such a great entry point pen for people that want a gold nib. If you can some people get the pen from Japan, you can pay like under $100 for it. The problem with that is if there's a problem with the nib, you're still gonna have to pay to have it fixed up. But it's a great pen. It's one of my favorites. And if I might share the screen real quick, I picked up one from, and Tony knows this, Mr. Cypress.
Yeah.
So what this is a 3776 nib, and that's antler horn with ebonite and red coral. So you can see the 3776 nib there. I got it with an EF nib on mine, and this guy came to my attention, I think through Tony, I believe, right, Tony?
I own none of his pens, but I've been intrigued. I've wanted to order some really bad.
Wait, how do I get this back? Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. Dave Mann's at it again. Stop sharing. So he brought it to my attention. I was looking, he makes incredibly detailed rodden work, but I've been looking at them closely and I wasn't real keen on how the quality of work, maybe I'm wrong. So I bought two pens from him. That one, I got to show you guys later. I'll show it to you later. I bought one made completely out of Damascus steel. It's really awesome, but both of them are on their way to me. But yeah, that 3776 is a great entry unless you like flexi nibs, but they do make a soft fine, I think.
Yeah. And I do like flexi nibs. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't bad mouthing them.
It's just a preference. I don't like them on fountain pens, but if you like them, more power to you.
Okay, Liz, tell us about your favorite pen that you would use if you had to put all the rest of them away, one that you're going to use every day.
Well, I really like the Faber-Castell nibs.
Yep.
I do like those. And I've had a Faber-Castell. I've had many since the 80s that I really enjoy. I was just introduced to Sailor, which I absolutely love.
Good to hear it.
Yeah, I love that. And then I just recently also introduced to Joe nibs through Mike's pens, and I like the fine Joe nib. That's something new for me. So I've been enjoying those. The Sailor and the Joe-Os are new, but the Faber-Castell, I really like those nibs.
I have no experience with them. I got to try some.
Oh, Faber-Castell, their steel nibs are just incredible. Like if any of you have ever written with the Faber-Castell loom, it's the nibs are great. As well as the Emotion. The Emotion's a fun pen. It's an odd shaped pen, kind of heavy. But it's the, you know, for a steel nib, just like Diplomat has really good steel nibs, Faber-Castell has really good steel nibs. Now I don't have any of their gold nibs, so
I don't either. I have the older Faber-Castell, much older, but the newest one I have is the Ambition, and the nib is just wonderful on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stiff steel nib.
Yeah.
And the fine, yeah.
Well, that's good. Hey, Mike Green,
Yes.
you know, we're all talking about these manufactured pens that come from manufacturers. In your case, you just make your own pen. I love it. You know, just make my own. How about that?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Prior
How
to
nice
you
is
making-
that?
Yeah. Prior to you making pens, did you have a specific pen that you liked or used?
Yeah, I have a pen here that I guess I would say it's my favorite. It's really hard to pick your favorite for me. I mean, that's one of those hard questions. But I do have this one here. It is a Pilot 845 custom 845 Urushi. You know, nothing particularly odd but it's not really flashy or whatever. But it has a nib that is just unbelievably good for me anyway. And this pen is always inked up, and I use it all the time, and it is my favorite. I bought it and I had it all inked up, and then my wife took it from me for a while, but I've got it back now, so it's
That's
mine
grounds for
again.
divorce, Mike.
It was a very tough situation for a while. She had it for quite a while. I showed her, I had inked it up, and I've got it in there now. Had inked it up with some organic studio nitrogen, and she saw how it sheened, and it's one of those inks that sheens maybe too much, maybe you could say, but it's just kind of fun to play with. She saw that and she says, "Oh, I need that pen," and so I lost it for quite a while. So, but I've got it back now, and it's mine.
There's Mike's pen fun. There you go. And now you know, Mike, why Larry has never been married. He likes his pens.
Yeah. You have to share your pens. That's true.
Hey, you guys want to hear a real quick funny story? When I was really teaching copper plate and stuff, you know, the nibs that we use are vintage nibs, and they're very hard to come by and very expensive. So my favorite nib was something called a Musselman Perfection. It was made on the frame of a Gillette 604 EF. And so I was teaching at a conference, and a woman in the audience raised her hand and says, "There's so many, beautiful women calligraphers. Why don't you marry one?" So I said to her, "That's because I don't know if she'd be marrying me for me or for my pen points." I was only half joking.
That's funny.
Next, moving right along.
Well,
I'll try, man.
I think it's your turn, Larry. I think it's you.
Mine. Okay. I'm not going to talk about my favorite pen right now, but I'm going to show you a pen. A pen. Tell me, you.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah, payback.
Well,
payback.
we can all look at it.
Payback. Okay. See, Tony's always coming on here showing me this beautiful, wonderful, luxury fountain pens. Okay. Eat your heart ain't stabbing me. That's okay, my brother. That's cool. Digging on the piano there. That's cool. It's all right.
It don't matter.
It's all good. Okay. I love you still. So a few months ago, I've got 3 girls.
Right.
There it is.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
You
That a
have
key-
one.
Oh, that's a Delta. That's a Delta Fusion 82, isn't it?
Jin have 159.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
that's
that's a
Juno,
Jinhao 159.
I've got one. I've got one, Larry.
Oh, so anyway, I will tell you real quick. there's two of my favorite pens. Which one? I can't remember the name. The platinum with the P.
Prefontaine.
Yeah, and the Preppy. They're just a lot of fun pens. I mean, they're not expensive. They're plastic. The nibs are really great. They're smooth. They're wet. I carry them all the time religiously. I really, really love the pen. So I asked myself, why did it take you so long? I guess reviewing pens, you go through all these pens and you forget about them. You let them lay down. And so then I tried to say, I wonder how that pen writes. I check it out. I like it for real. That's the truth. So this pen, and there's three of, I'm going to call them holy grails. And this is one of them. And the rest will come on soon. I wanted to save all of them for the new year. One of them I already showed, but I'm going to have to re-show it again. I couldn't wait for one of them. So this one has been sleeping on almost like a really small pillow in the drawer, covered up, seriously. Yep, and we're talking high end. So I'm going to introduce you just for the first time. I haven't reviewed it or nothing. Here it is. See if we can get a good shot of that.
Oh, yes.
Can we
Is
get a
that
good
one?
shot of
Wait a
that?
minute. Oh, wait. Are you kidding me? That's
the watermark.
Visconti. That's the watermark.
Yep.
Which watermark is that, Larry?
I have to look and see. I don't have all the notes, but it's
No, but is it just silver, or does it have a
silver? No, this is all silver. All silver.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it wasn't cheap.
Oh, I know they're not cheap at all. That is a gorgeous pen.
With a can anybody hit it up on the screen like you were doing, Franco?
I think Jake would have to help you. He's right there. He could probably do that shit on the screen.
Doing it earlier.
There you go. Wow. What nib you got on that, Larry?
Medium nib, palladium.
I gotta tell you something about that pen. I got one, but what was really weird. Wait a minute, I'm not brave. I'm telling you, I thought something was wrong with it because when it was sitting on the desk, it looked like it was bent, but it wasn't bent. It's because it was a optical illusion. Because sometimes if those things are turned, it'll look like it's actually bent, but if you turn the thing, it straightens out. It's just an optical illusion.
That's a modern version, right? Because that's a palladium nib.
Yes, it's modern. That's a modern
Yeah,
version.
it's a Dream Touch. It has a Dream Touch nib on it.
Yeah.
But
this one, I believe this was made by, they started making these in 93, I believe. I've got the information in the room. This is not a new one. The new one you're talking about most likely is that.
Oh, you got the 14 karat. Yeah, you're right, Larry. You're right.
Actually, the older ones had 18 karat gold nibs. I owned an older one with titanium frame. I sold it. I mean, it was a great pen. I just, after a while, I get tired of things, but they're beautiful pens.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous pen.
Real quick.
But really, again, this is size pens I like. I like all size pens, but some people just don't like this pen. It's too big for them.
No, that's perfect.
To me, it has everything I like about it. It's got class. It's got beauty.
That's the result of Dante Del Vecchio.
Yeah, yep. I'm going to get a hold of Dante. I was going to get a hold of him today. I'll give him a call tomorrow. I'm going to ask him about this pen. I want to do some more research on it.
It's 20 steps to get that done. 20 different steps.
Yeah. It's a whole tube of silver, I think they go through. It's a long process to do that.
I'm going to share my I don't own this pen anymore. I owned it. That's the titanium one.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Right, that's got an 18 karat gold nib. That's one of their first issue of that.
Yeah, I
think. I sold it a while back. Yeah, beautiful pen. Beautiful.
Yeah, skeleton.
And that's a small. Now, Joe, that's a little bit smaller than because I've got that. I got that pen, and I love it. I really do. And it does have the 18 karat gold or 14 karat gold nib on it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the nib on it. What a beautiful.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It is beautiful nib. They just looks the thing of
it is pretty.
Yeah.
What if I get the nib on this thing? But I love the palladium nib on this, a Dream Touch nib, however you want to call it. Yeah, it really is a nice nib. Beautiful nib, no problems with the nib whatsoever,
No,
none.
no.
So I've been fortunate. Every Visconti Dream Touch I own, I haven't had any problems with it.
No. Hey, Larry, and that's a medium?
Medium, yeah.
And mine is an extra fine, and the flow is really good,
Alexa,
isn't it?
stop. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was fortunate to get this pen.
Oh, yeah, beautiful one. That's a beautiful one, Larry.
I went for the gold. Why not? You only live once.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
That's beauty.
So, but you know what started me on my journey on more high-end pens? Nothing wrong with the low-end pens. I love them all.
Mhm.
But reviewing pens, I have to do my best to try to show a little bit of this and that. So this Jinhao 159 is the one that started because that's how I ended up with my first Mont Blanc.
Oh,
Right.
I'm in trouble.
Yes.
Oh my. Oh my.
Hey, yeah, Maryland, they got the multicolor. That's right. They got the rainbow one.
I'm in trouble.
Hey, if that is okay for Uncle Sam, it's okay for us. Spend, spend, spend. That's what plastic is for.
You know what? I'll go ahead and have to do a song for that. Are you ready? It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. Come on now, baby. Oh, all right. All right. Next, go on.
Hey, Mr. Announcer, did Larry have caffeine today? Is he like on just too much caffeine right now? I don't know.
Doc, I know you love me. You won't hang up on me.
Oh, never, buddy.
Doc said, I got to go, man. This guy's a nut.
I think he had extra shots in his vanilla latte this morning.
Did anybody
That's okay.
see,
Miller don't hang out with me. Heck, bye.
did anybody see the ASC Visconti that was put out in limited edition?
Yeah.
Do you see
The
that
Manhattan? Is that the one you're talking about? The
one?
Manhattan?
Yeah, this one here.
Not
It's got the yes. Dave Burrows has that.
Yeah. He
Penultimate
might have
Dave.
actually got it from me. I sold that one.
Did you?
Sold that one too.
I thought he bought it from Sarge, but maybe I don't
Maybe
know.
or Sarge. I mean, I sell Sarge a lot of pens. I'm
Yeah.
not, I don't Sarge. You got to sell him the pens at a much better price, but at least I know it'll go to a good home.
Yeah.
I want to tell a little story real quick, and I'm not going to go in all the details because I promised I wouldn't. I've talked with the person and everything's settled, and really, if it was anybody's fault, it was mine. But I won't name the name of the brand or nothing, but I bought a pen a while back. It wasn't cheap. Still nib, but still wasn't cheap. And I had problems from day one. I did review a pen, and it was fine then. Then later it wasn't fine, and it just wasn't fine. After that, it just was scratchy and dry and repulsive, but a beautiful pen, gorgeous pen. So I just put it up, left it there, left it alone. Until recently, I said, you know what? I'm probably going to change the nib out on it because I like the pen. I really like the body of the pen. So I said, I need the person know. So I got in touch with the person, and why did I wait so long to let the person know? I said, I really didn't know how to tell you because you're a big name, and I didn't want to insult you or think that I was trying to get another pen from you. Because I said, I don't want another pen. So that's why I did that, but I wanted to let you know. And he said, Larry, if that ever happens, let me know. I'll send you another one. I said, and I appreciate that, but it's my fault. I should have let you know. I just left it in there. And I said, and then I tend to forget a lot, as y'all know. And that thing just sat there for a long time. Once I saw it, I said, oh, there's that pen. So we had a long conversation, and he said, Larry, I'll send you one anytime. I said, no, I really like you. Thank you for getting back to me and backing up what you sell. That means a lot to me. So everything's cool. But yeah, I had that happen.
Are you not? You're not able to tell what the pen is? Will they give away?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to mention it. Yeah.
Oh, because it's an individual maker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
but there has never been any other problem. Just
well, if he's going to stand behind it, then that says a lot for him. It's not really going to This is not a negative commentary. It's
Yeah,
like you
but
said.
I need some time to think on it.
Okay.
because Really touchy on that one, but he's a real great guy. Really is just a marvelous guy. And yes, I'll buy another pen from him. Yeah.
Yep.
It's my stupidity, my mistake. I should have done that, and I forgot they had a 2-year warranty.
I don't think there's too many makers out there that don't stand behind their pens and would want you to step forward. Folks, don't be like Larry, okay? Talk to the maker and get the pen fixed, and everybody will be really happy, okay? Just don't be like Larry, okay? Don't sit on a pen that is disappointing you.
So
Oh, wait,
That was a public service announcement. Yeah.
Public service.
Mr. Green Jeans, thank you.
So Larry,
Mikey's pens were real. I just didn't want to hurt his feelings. You know, he'll be crying. Oh,
I think you're hurting his feelings. You're hurting his feelings by not getting it fixed and not making yourself really happy with his pen, sitting with a pen that is, and it happens to anybody. I'm not trying to pick on, or any company. You know, well, like you were saying, I know, like I have a Visconti Homo sapiens and, you know, a Palladium, and I was lucky, but they have a bad reputation for nibs. And I was lucky like you. Mine's a dream as well. But if something goes wrong, don't suffer with it. Get it, talk to the maker. And I don't know of any makers who wouldn't rather have you go straight to them and talk to them right now and get it fixed.
And you know, you're 1,000% right. Everybody is, but remember who
everybody.
Totally different breed. Seriously, I don't like to hurt feelings. I really
Not
don't.
me, baby.
No, you're
Shock
not.
ain't a problem for me. I can tell you that.
Oh,
I'd go down to Mike Liv and say, Mike, you gotta fix this pen.
Dr. Joe stabbed me. Damn. Oh,
I'm
Dr.
the,
Joe,
I'm
that
the
hurt.
same way. I'll speak up really fast.
I had a.
I didn't get no backup from you, Marilyn. Oh, he stabbed me.
I'm just kidding. No.
Okay.
Hey, I wanted to tell you that I had the same problem that you had with your FPR with the issue, and I sent it to Kevin, and he sent it the next day, and it arrived in like 2 days. That guy is like the best. Like I've never had such good service.
Now I've had some problems with Kevin's pens, and he's taking care of it immediately. Real quick. I don't know why they do that.
I was writing with an extremely expensive pen, and I noticed it was a Visconti that the cap, you know, the my pen thing, a little jewel on the end.
Oh yeah,
it was missing, and the magnet was missing. And I'm looking around. Of course, it has to be in my room. It had to be at my desk. It was nowhere to be found. It could have been attached to something else magnetic. So I called up Coles of London today, talked to the most beautiful woman, Susan, and I told Susan, hey, you know, I'm missing. She's, hold on a second. She put me on hold. Well, give me your address. We're going to mail you another one. So even some big manufacturers are going to take care of the pen. They just want to know. So yeah, even after, and I had that pen for about a year now. It's not under warranty, and that wouldn't have been covered anyway. So Larry, I think if it would make that guy happy to adjust that nib for you, it would make him happy. I'm sure it would.
Yeah, I had a problem with my Monteverdi pen, so I contacted Jaffa brands, and they took care of it for me.
Yeah,
not much of a communication, but yeah, they took care of it.
It's important.
Wow. So do I go next about favorite pens?
Yes.
Yes, Dan, do it.
Okay, so I have 2 pens here. This one, shoot, how do I, there. This is a Schaefer Balance with a feather touch nib, with their soft nib, which is not easy to find actually, as it turned out. And this one is a Wing Sun, which is a copy of the Schaefer Balance. And you know what? The steel nib in the Wing Sun is softer than the 14 karat gold nib in my Schaefer Balance.
Really?
Amazing rider, amazing fine nib. This one is an extra fine nib. This pen, the Schaefer Balance, only cost me $30 on eBay. I feel like a thief, but I'm okay with it. Anyway, and I don't know which one I like better because both write magnificently.
That blue is beautiful, Stan. That blue is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it's a really beautiful color blue. That's why I bought it. And the nib on the Wing Sun is also larger than it is on the Schaefer balance.
Is that a number 6?
Kind of, but it's not a standard number 6.
Oh,
Oops.
I see.
So it's not gonna fit Yovo or Buck nibs.
And the Schaefer's like a 4, isn't it? Or a 3?
Yeah, something like that. It's a smallish nib, but it's a wonderful rider. I like Schaefer for the weight, for the balance in my hand. I like Schaefer more. Wing Sun is a little bit heavier because it has a converter and metal insert into the section, you know. So it's a bit heavier, but both write wonderful, and I don't know which one I like better.
That's great.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Let's see.
Now, Joe, you want to share about that that Damascus steel? If you got a minute.
Yeah. First, let me for my favorite pen. If you put Mont Blanc
okay.
on the side for a moment, I think most of you guys know this. I spoke on Larry's program and on Joost Appelbaum's program. My favorite writer and my favorite pen is my Sailor Pro Gear, regular size Pro Gear with 21 karat. The karat means nothing to me, but it just happens to have a 21 karat EF nib. That's the pen I've written with most of the stuff I've posted. I've got a whole collection of these things. This is really the only one I use. So the Damascus one, right? So this is one of the most stunning pens I've seen in a while. But this is the entire pen is Damascus steel. You see that?
Man, that's beautiful.
I bet that's heavy.
What I'm going to put on this thing, that's number 6. I got it with number 6 Yovo. So I'm going to put you guys remember that gold nib I had etched with the owl? So I'm going to put that on this thing. Yeah. I just ordered 2 more from John. I'm picking them up this weekend. But I've never seen a pen quite like that. There's a different view of it too. But I know Tim was somebody who liked to work with Damascus steel. But the pattern on that, and that's the exact pen I'm getting. It's pretty amazing. So who knows what the thing's gonna
how
be
heavy?
like.
How heavy would that thing be, Joe? Does it say? Did he give the measurement?
It says 121.9 grams.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yep. Oh, that's nothing. Andy Lambro's sterling silver pen. With the LB, no, the
CP8, the CP8.
Yeah, oh my God, those things.
I've got the CP8.
I just sold 2 of them. They're weapons, man.
That's like 24 nickels. You could kill somebody with that.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, my little Conklin Rainbow pen is 66 grams, and I feel like if I drop it on my hand, I'm going to hurt myself.
Well, compared to something like the almighty Namiki Emperor, which is all ebonite. I mean, the Lambro. I mean, Tony, you got that pen. You can sprain your elbow with it if you move it too quickly.
It's a heavy pen, but it's a comfortable pen though. It's not uncomfortable. It's well balanced.
Right. Yeah. No, I know.
But 121 grams is still as a bunch. How many that's how many ounces? I don't know the conversion.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
I mean, this is
a gorgeous pen.
Yeah.
I've only got one pen that's got Damascus steel on it. It's a tactile turn. Just
that's 4 ounces.
And it has a Damascus steel section and a finial on it. Larry, you got one of those, don't you? Tactile turn gist.
Yeah.
It's too bad he stopped making those.
That took me by surprise. He stopped.
Which one?
Will Hodges is his name, is with tactile turn. Yeah, that was something. Yeah. Oh, Joe, I've got to tell you something. And maybe there's a question, Larry. How many pens do you have inked up currently? I'm kind of curious.
I met this lady today that has 62 pens inked up. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Are you kidding me, Jane?"
I have 32 inked up.
32. I'm at 25 to 27, and one of them has Yamabudo in it, by the way.
Oh wow! Okay, just one.
Just
I have
one.
about maybe 8 or 10. Actually, last night I was helping Liz with something, and I had to take apart my Miura, this one here from Nino Marino.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized I had ink in it, and it already dried out. So I usually put these in warm water and then just let them soak for a while. But I probably about 10 of them inked up. There were ones I forget I have ink in there, so I got to go back and clean them out, and hence why I use Yamabudo. So I don't get it completely turned. It doesn't really matter.
Right, right, smart. Jake, do you have any pens inked up? I know you don't do a lot of writing, but
Yeah, not really. Let's see what we got here. This is my pen holder.
You got 2 of them.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, this would be, well, there's 2 here that I would use the most. This one is a no-name brand. I got it because I like the Celtic artwork on it.
That's beautiful.
I remember when Larry opened that up on his mail call. He opened up your
Oh,
package.
yeah, I remember that too.
There, okay, yeah. So this is my favorite one of all. This one I got not too long ago. This one is my new favorite one.
Oh wow!
Egyptian hieroglyphics all
Oh,
etched
yeah.
into the surface.
Who made
That's
the pen?
cool.
I've forgotten. That's my problem, is I can never remember who makes what. I think this was a no name, no brand pen as well. Let's see.
Off eBay, wasn't it?
Yeah, it came off eBay. On the nib, it says pulp. No, I'm sorry. Oh, it's a full one. Okay, yeah.
Full one.
Oh wait, okay.
Mm.
Wow,
So yeah, it's got the hieroglyphics all around it.
that's really cool, Jake.
But
That's nice.
that pretty much defines my interest in them. I like the surface etching and the geometric designs. I like those skeleton pins too.
Well, he does have a Waterman pen. What kind
And
of?
wait, and Jake, you know that Mike has those rollerball with the steampunk. I figured you would like that.
I saw the steampunk on. That's also on my looking list. I just got one from Mike. Larry hasn't reviewed it yet, so I'm not sure where it is.
What?
The pen from Mike that I got. You've got it to do a review on it.
What's it called?
Where is it?
I don't know.
I don't have it.
That was the Celtic pen. Yeah, the Celtic pen.
Check your
Yeah.
pockets, Larry.
I'm sorry. I don't even remember what it looks like.
Well, it's in one of those little carrying bags, cloth bags. It's here somewhere.
You had it on mail call, Larry.
Off his mind, Liz.
Well, while he's looking for that, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pens inked up.
Wow.
Nice.
I have
I do have a lot of pens, 25 to 27 inked up at a time. But as I'm writing through them, and you all know the ones that are on here that are my pen pals know that I write a lot of letters, and so as I write one dry, I will not re-ink it, no matter how much I love that pen, because I got to try to make a rotation. I've got so many that get neglected, so I have to do it. I force myself to rotate, but so they're never usually inked up very long.
Hey guys, in the chat section, I posted a PDF file. A while back, I weighed a bunch of pens, emptying with ink, I think. And so that shows you like the Mont Blanc 149, the Lambros CP8. Oh, there's a bunch of them there if you want to take a look.
Yeah.
And yes, Marilyn, the Damascus steel one is the heaviest pen I've ever seen. So I'm guessing I'm going to have a problem with my elbow after a while, but it's such a pretty pen to me. So we'll see.
I can't wait. I really can't wait till you tell me about the quality of these Mr. Cypress pens, because I've been a big fan of his, but I've never pulled the trigger yet,
Well, like I said, if you get any of the name brand, the Mikis or any of those pens, you get that kind of work, you're talking like 10 grand.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he does the work or somebody else does the rod and work. He's like elaborate images of eagles and stuff in abalone, and but you're talking about only around, no, forgive me for saying it's about $1,000 compared to the other ones.
Right.
The other ones, I've never spent that much on a pen, but if I was to get a Namiki at that range, I'd expect precision. That precisionally made, just like remember the 149 I had with the Rodney inlays that was post factory? That pen was one of the best made pens I've ever seen for Rodden and Urushi. So this doesn't, when I look at the close-up images, I have a lot, leaves a lot to be desired for me, but but it's not cheap. It's not a cheap pen, you know.
He's got that pen that's like the eggshell and the rodden,
Right.
and it looked really nice.
It did, yeah. Like my Tasia. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Frank Overman, do you have any pens inked up?
Well, my go-to pen is a Twisby. They're just always reliable writers. I like the 1.1 stub in them. The one that I currently have is just plain black, but it's got frankly green ink in it. And I don't do a lot of writing, so a lot of my other pens dry up, but the Twisby always seems to be very reliable that way.
Do you disassemble that pen much, you know, Frank?
I have not.
Okay.
I have 3 pens inked up at a time, always. I don't do a lot of writing, but I usually have 2 cartridge converters, so I can change inks quickly. I like to change inks, and 1 either piston filler or vacuum filler, or in the case of Schaefer, liver filler.
For those of you who are the pen pals, do you use more than one pen when you write your letters?
Oh yeah. Otherwise I forget where I am.
I change about every paragraph. So I'll use about 5 or 6 pens. And well, Larry knows I'll change every, don't I? Well, Larry does too. Larry changes every page. He'll have a different pen.
A different pen and a different ink. Yeah, I only keep like 3 or 4 inked at a time.
Not me, 1 pen for the whole thing, and it's usually the Sailor EF. So,
Yeah.
When I do 30 inks, 30 days, it's usually a different ink every day for whoever I'm writing to. But I usually like to keep at least 7 inks so I can like change out the days. Otherwise, when I'm looking through my journal, I'm always like, what day is it? I have no idea. It was a blue day. I remember that much.
the penmen of old that do the style that Michael is known for, the ornamental penmanship. There was a guy named Louis de Jezera in the 60s who was considered to be the last of the great ornamental penmen. And I've got an image I got to try and find, because he used to sit with a fanned out amount of pens, and they'd use different pen points or different sections of script or for flourishing. See if I can find that. Pretty cool image, but they're all oblique pen holders.
I recently discovered that this Pensive Pens Serendipity holds a lot of ink. Like I did it for Diamond Ink Vent Calendar, and I can get almost a page and a half just by using the little dip nib with this pen. It's a really nice little pen. It costs almost $100, but it was worth it.
Did you buy that? Did you buy that ink vent calendar, Marilyn?
I did. I sure did. I did a whole month of ink vent and calendars. What did I do for this thing?
You guys know Pierre? He builds these pens for dip pens, these fountain pens, and it takes like a Nico G nib. Oh, sorry, Nico G nib.
Is that?
I have one of those. Not that
Yeah,
exact
forget Pierre's last name.
What's the name of that company?
Well, it's like an eyedropper or something like that. I don't know. He's made a little ebonite. They're nice if you want to do that kind of dip pen, you know. What was I going to do? Oh, the Jezera. Sorry.
I have an Ackerman Pump Pen. Oh, yes.
See all the pens in front of him?
Wow.
I couldn't exaggerate it, but yeah, that guy was just, that's his writing
That's
up there.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the stuff that Michael Ward loves to do, the connecting letters and, you know, anyway.
He's
Sorry.
really good at it. I have this Ackerman Pump Pen that has a little plastic bladder on the side that's really useful for, like, if you're having a stubborn ink, you just push the little bladder on the side with your thumb and it bloops out a little bit of ink.
Is that using interchangeable steel pens?
No, this is a Zebra G.
Okay, though you can change that out. You can buy them by the dozen. Those
Yeah.
nibs.
Yeah.
But one thing about them that you should know from the dip pen world, if you're going to use those nibs, you got to clean them before you ink them.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
I know.
Michael Stoll was always shown using a flame and heating the nib till it
Yeah.
glowed red. Trust me, you don't want to do that.
Oh,
Hey,
God,
hey,
no.
no, hey, Doc.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm here in town with the Michael Soul, and I'm going to his house actually. Hopefully, it's next week.
Tell him I said hello.
He's gonna hook me up with a couple things like a light table and something else. But every time I've told him I want to try these the hunt. I want to try the. He said no, I just get the Zebra G. That's all you need, and that's all I've been using. And I do use the flame method. I don't do it for very long.
Tony. It's okay. A Zebra G nib, you can drive through a concrete wall and still write with it.
That's right.
It's like a noodler's flex pen, exactly.
Yeah. The kind
Hey
of
guys,
pen that
5
I
minute
was
warning,
using
5
to do
minutes.
Real
Okay.
quick,
Yeah,
the review's not up yet, but a friend of mine, Jean,
Yes.
she sent me a pen and I reviewed it. And when I first saw it was a Zebra pen. You can get them, they start like $7 to $8. So I was kind of skeptical. Let's see what it does. So I had a fine nib on it. And I'll be darned, that little pen blew me away. That pen could write. And when I saw the little tip of that nib, it kind of reminds me of Dr. Joe with that needlepoint stuff. But seriously, that pen was a bad little jam. I've been using that pen as well. I was totally impressed. $7 pen, come on now. Zebra, I mean, this little pen did its job really, really well. Wet, smooth nib, totally impressed.
What
And
is it? Did it have a converter in it,
you
Larry?
can buy converters, yeah. It's on the review. You can buy a converter, I think, for $2 something, $3 something, but it comes with two ultra smooth, black or blue. But I was really impressed. I got to give it that. Pretty good pen.
Wow.
Hey guys, in the chat section, I posted a PDF file of properly preparing dip pen inks, nibs. Anybody wants to look at it?
Some people use potato, don't they?
Yeah.
That's Bill Lilly stuff. Yeah, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
But again, when you're using the really old vintage points, you can't do that. It'll snap the nib.
No.
Bill used the 1069A. I sat with it. I couldn't believe it. Bill, you right with this? It literally, you think unless you get to experience those old nibs that I don't even have anymore, it's so far on the scale from where, let's say, a Zebra is or an Eco G nib is. They're just the other end of the spectrum. Michael is actually, I think Michael's using the Leonard principle. I believe.
Right.
That was actually created by Leonard at the behest of Brian Walker, who's another one of the great modern Spencerian penmen. And
what about the potato? Fill me in on the potato.
You take a stiffer nib, you just drive it into a potato, and it should clean out the varnish or the oils from it. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Many people will tell you all kinds of different ways to clean those nibs, but I'll tell you, nothing works better than a toothbrush and soap and water.
Yep.
Hey, next time we meet.
There you go.
I have this
Speedball.
these deep nibs I bought last summer on the
Wow. Okay.
sale.
Speedball.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks that way. It's like two. There's a part on top of the nib.
The reservoir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay on.
right there.
But anyway, I'd like to talk more about those nibs because a lot of questions when I was getting into dip pens, I use them occasionally, but they're telling me you have to put a little
Speedball.
do this to it, that to it to get it ready. There's a lot of prep work I was hearing to get a nib ready.
Not too much, Larry.
You don't
Not
want to
really.
touch your fingers after you prepare it. The finger oil will repel the ink.
Yeah.
Now, next time I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, they are Esterbrook's 556.
Oh yeah, that's a great stiffer pen for business penmanship. Michael likes the 358 Esterbrook. I like the 357. It's really flexible, but again, these are hard to find points now. They're just, these are things that were made in the first half of the 20th century, and some of the pens I used the last half of the 19th century. They're just so hard to find and expensive.
I know we're getting close. But Joe, why is it with the modern technology that they can't replicate those nibs?
For the same reason that we can't think about the Bach and the Yovo nibs. They need eyes on them. And so if you look at the old, and I've got a book on the production, I actually posted the book on the production of these pens. There's like football stadium sized rooms with women in front of these inspecting each pen. If you did something like that, you're talking about, I mean, a stamped out pen today is like $4 a piece. You'd be talking 20, 30, 40 bucks for one pen. They don't last that long. You know, the legendary Gillot Principality is something that can bring, I think I said this once before, you know, a box of 144 once sold for $1.25 for gross. You know, the same box could bring $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, you know, and most people who buy them are not going to want to use them for anything.
No.
You know, which I think is ridiculous. So
yeah, I guess they were selling them by the dozen because that's what it says on the box. There were 8 points in here. There are 8 points in here, and they bought them for $5.
which pen is that, Stan?
This is the Esterbrook.
Oh, yeah. U.S. Esterbrook. Yeah. Eagle was another company that made them in the United States. But the big companies were Gillot, or as their English pronounce it, Gillett. And then Brandauer nibs, and there's a bunch of them that were just fabulous. The people that produced the Spencerian points were Perry and Company. Yeah, Perry and Company. The legendary Spencerian #1. I didn't mean to talk about this now, but the legendary Spencerian #1 was first produced in 1865.
Good times.
I have a question for Mr. Announcer. So you're in steampunk style pens, but do you have a steampunk style journal?
I
Notebook.
actually don't. Everything.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, you have a journal.
Yeah, I just got one at school. Yeah.
Steampunk style journal that I have. I was given it as a birthday gift by my friend last year. It has a lot of pages. It has a bookmark. It has 2 color pages, white and brown. It's fountain pen friendly, 80 GSM paper, made in China, of course. Yeah, there you go. Come on, camera. Damn, why are you focusing on my hand? Come on. Stupid camera. Okay. Anyway, and you can buy it on Amazon for about $25.
I got Simpsons. That Simpson.
Yeah, brand new.
Wow.
I got this at half price book for hardly nothing. And over at Barnes and Noble, they wanted like 22, 25 bucks. I think I got $6.95.
Wow.
50 cents at Target. This stuff will. I can pour a whole vial of ink on it. I know. Ask me how. You can pour a whole vial of ink on this thing, and it will not bleed through. 50 cents. You can't go wrong with that.
That's
For your friends.
That's the paper that's made in Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
I got some of that
Good stuff.
Well, folks, I hate to say goodbye, but it's that time for me to get. I got to do a little of that. Mike, thank you for showing up, buddy.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
All right. So, before we go, would you, Mr. Announcer, do the honors?
Okay, we're gonna give a word upstairs then. Lord, we thank you for time together with friends. We pray that everybody remains safe in this new year and that we enjoy each other's fellowship. Thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Take care, my friends. Be safe out there. Till next
Bye,
time.
guys.
Okay.
Bye.